Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to work on some word problems. We're continuing with elimination today, and your test is going to be next week on Tuesday, so be prepared for that. So what I'd like to talk about today is how we translate a word problem into an equation. A lot of people struggle with this. I'd like you to think about 3 hints or tips you would tell someone who is having trouble. Some ideas might be to practice the keywords that tell you what math operation to do. Another idea might just be to practice. Find loads and loads of word problems and do them over and over and over so you get a rhythm. A place you could practice could be Khan Academy. I've posted some possibilities for you there. All right, so let's get started. Let's give a couple a try. The thing that you need to remember is always try. Never give up.
Hey, Mr. Hart, what are you doing?
They just heard your voice, Mr. Dopich. Mr. Dopich just ruined my video. Thanks, guys. Okay, so first problem here. 4 times one number minus 3 times another number is 12. And 2 times the first number added to 3 times the second number is 6. Find the numbers. These are super common types of problems that you'll see on SATs and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to write 2 systems of equations because we have 2 different numbers. Okay? So the first system of equations is going to be 4 times one number minus 3 times another number is 12. And then we've got 2 times the first number added to 3 times the second number is 6. Okay, so now that we have our system of equations written, all we have to do is solve. What would you guys recommend I do to solve this one? Graph, substitution, elimination? Well, if you notice, both of our y coefficients are 3's. So that means that elimination is going to be pretty easy. Do I need to add or subtract? If you said add, you are correct, because when I add a negative and a positive, they disappear. So that's going to give me 6x equals 18. So x is 3. The first number is 3. How do I find the second number? Substitute it into your favorite equation. Mine is the second one. Substitute it in and solve. Oops. 6 plus 3y. 3y equals 0. Y equals 0. So my first number is 3 and my second number is 0. Try the second one. We've got 4 times one number added to another number is negative 10. And 3 times the first number minus the second number is negative 11. All right, why don't you go ahead and try to solve that by yourself. So you can look through my work there and you can see that I did elimination. I added and the y's disappeared. I found my first number would be negative 3 and my second, negative 3. I made a mistake. That should be 3 times negative 3, which is negative 9, so plus 9. So if I'm adding 9 to both sides, my second number is negative 2. Excellent. All right, let's try some harder word problems. Rentals. A hardware store earned $956.50 from renting ladders and power tools. Ladders and power tools last week. The store charged 36 days for ladders and 85 days for power tools. This week, the store charged 36 days for ladders and 70 days for power tools and earned $829. How much does the store charge per day for ladders and for power tools? So, we're going to write a system of equations. We've got 2 variables. We're going to let ladders be x and power tools be y. So we've got week 1 and we've got week 2. So those are going to be our two separate equations, week 1 and week 2. So the first equation is a total of $956.50, and it is created by 36 days for ladders and 85 days for power tools. And our second week has a total of 829, and it has 36 days for ladders and 70 days for power tools. All right, so we're not actually going to solve this equation this time because the thing I really want you to practice is writing the equations. But let's just think about it real quick. What method would you use to solve? Hopefully you said elimination. And would you need to add or subtract? Hopefully you said subtract. That'll eliminate the x and we'll be able to solve for y. All right, let's try one more word problem, then I'll set you free to do some practice. Okay, we've got a fundraiser in this problem. It says, for a school fundraiser, Marcus and Anissa participated in a walkathon. In the morning, Marcus walked 11 miles and Anissa walked 13. Together, they raised $523.50. After lunch, Marcus walked 14 miles and Anissa walked 13. In the afternoon, they raised $586.50. How much did each raise per mile of the walkathon? So why don't you pause the video, and I dare you to give it a try by yourselves. Okay, so let's define our variables. The first variable is going to be Marcus, and he can be X. And the second variable is going to be Anissa, and she can be Y. Now our two equations are going to be made up of the morning and the afternoon chunks. So in the morning, Marcus walked 11, and X is the amount of money they're raising per mile. That was what the question asked us. And Anissa is 13, and they raised a total of $500.23. $523.50. And then we've got the afternoon, the after lunch, we've got Marcus for 14 and Anissa for 13 with a total of $586.50. So hopefully you guys did okay with creating those equations yourself. Did you decide to use elimination, substitution, or graphing? Hopefully you chose elimination and subtraction so that those y's would disappear. All right, so homework tonight, you've got 4 problems very similar to the ones we just did. Give it a go.